Um, so now I'm going to explain why cases get refused. Business investment visas. The Immigration Department don't put out exact statistics on how many applications are approved or refused. But looking at the Immigration Department's referencing system each year, you can see that there are between 3,500 and 5,000 applications for business investment visas submitted each year. But the Immigration Department do put statistics out on the number of approvals, and there are between 350 and 500 approvals each year. So the overwhelming majority of business investment visas that get submitted to the Immigration Department don't get approved. Now that would suggest that somehow it's very, very difficult to get an investment visa approved. Actually, what this is a symptom of is the way that the Immigration Department construct their policy. Because what they do is they have a website that says, if you are planning to establish or join in a business, give us these documents, we'll consider your application, and then we'll let you know. What they don't do is provide the kind of information that you need to have a real understanding of your chances of approval. So it encourages people to make applications that really should never be made in the first place. But in real terms, each year there are approximately only 10 to 15% of the total number of applications submitted that go on to get approved. And as I say, that's mainly because you have a lot of candidates for this visa class who shouldn't be submitting applications because they never stand a chance of getting approved in the first place. There are 17,000, as I mentioned, employment visas issued each year, and they're probably double that number that are submitted to the Immigration Department, again looking at the file referencing sequence. So it's my experience that approximately 50% of applications that the Immigration Department receive are refused and 50% get approved. So why do these applications actually get denied? Well, they get denied because they should never have been submitted in the first place. The pillars of approval that I mentioned, sources, suitable business premises, and the creation of local employment opportunities in a new business situation. These may not have been articulated to the Immigration Department, so the Immigration Department don't have the information that they need to make an informed decision about whether or not this visa application should be approved. Secondly, there could be something in a particular applicant's background that it worries the Immigration Department. They could have had a negative prior record. They could have been refused entry previously. There could be some major security issue that we're not privy to. But there are security considerations, and cases get denied for that reason. Some cases are never going to get approved because of the circumstances. So for example, if you're a Chinese citizen resident on the mainland, if you're going to come into Hong Kong to get an employment visa, you need to use the Admission of Mainland Talents and Professionals scheme. However, there is another small policy that says if you have been living outside of China for a minimum of 12 months and you have residency in another country, then you can make an application just like any other foreign national. It's a small rule, but some people submit applications where they don't meet the criteria for the admission of mainland talents and professionals, and they haven't spent the 12 months outside of Hong Kong, outside of China, immediately prior to submitting their application here anyway. So that's another reason why people can be refused. Cases get refused because the way the Immigration Department website is set up, there is no easy and straightforward advice or guidance on how to construct your application. So if an applicant has prepared its papers in a very poor way and hasn't told the Immigration Department what they need to hear, then you can expect that to get approved. To get refused. Similarly, if the Immigration Department have asked for information and the candidate hasn't been able to supply it. And you see this quite often in the context of financial reports from overseas. Maybe that there is a certain sensitivity in releasing your financial data, your audited financial statements, to the Hong Kong immigration authorities. If they ask to see that and you expect them to grant the visa, you have to give them that information. And it isn't sufficient to say, well, it's confidential, we prefer not to. In those situations, you can expect the Immigration Department will say no to the application because they haven't been able to determine for themselves everything that they need to be able to apply the approvability tests to those types of applications. So where the Immigration Department asks for information, you need to give it to them. And these are the main reasons why applications do get denied.